even babies. They have these manipulations where they force you to perceive things in these disgusting ways. And these people, they're trying to say, "Oh, we're investigating." No, that's not investigation. This manipulations. And then you claim you're at war because your war consists of you forcing people to accept these manipulations.
Today, they continue with the programming of perversion, but this time they are aiming in the use. A people, better said young people, also children and homosexuals. When I aggravated them, I usually called demeaning names, and one of them is referring to homosexuals. For me, all of this slaves are misfits, society haters, scumbags, etc. No, I don't have anything personal against them, homosexuals, but as my way to aggravated the slaves, and since they love to use children for the torture and stalking, street theater etc. Especially teenagers for the stalking at close range with an attitude, they are using them during my sleep in the perversion.
It's nasty. It's nasty. And you hear these people like, "Oh no, there is." They can't even say Roy Moore. So that's why I'm so thankful.
It wasn't just the mall, folks. One Alabama journalist claims that Moore was also banned from the YMCA for his inappropriate behavior of soliciting sex from young girls. And don't forget, he did that while he was assistant DA. The assistant DA.
That, of course, I'm not happy that what this man did to these now women when they were kids. But I'm thankful that at least I can see that as reference of reality as they try to push me away from reality. Their job is to erase reality from you and leave this fantasy they've created, this fictional reality they've created. And you have no campaign of also. Do you know there was somebody who was playing with this trailer because I'm sure torture is going to be implemented because I'm somebody who's not subscribing to them. Matter of fact, not only I'm not subscribing to them, I'm pointing out what they are because they actually have issues with pedophilia. That's why I always bring up this BuzzFeed article. This article
overseas America's spy satellites acknowledge viewing images of child sexual abuse during polygraph examinations. This is so disturbing. At a symposium in 2016, Daniel Payne, a top Pentagon security official, said that when workers' computers were examined, the amount of child porn I see is just unbelievable. Is this something that is happening for whatever reason with more frequency? Evoked. One CIA staffer was 6-year-old. He was simply fired. One employee purchased sexual conduct. This is one employee of the CIA had sexual contact with a 2-year-old.
That there's a problem with pedophilia in these agencies. Why is there so many pedophiles in this agency? You hear the horribleness in these agencies, and this is across different agencies. We talk about DARPA, obvious agency involved in this program, in the sense that this technology is obviously a highly advanced technology that something like DARPA would be working on. Literally on their website, if you go to DARPA.com, you go to MTO, you'll see that MTO is currently working on electronic weaponry, which also include directed energy and things like that, and they're developing and making sure that this weapon is as lethal as control, like all the so these people are involved, and they found a program manager in this agency. Now, why do I look at that? Because to me, I'm looking at this as like reality continuously comes back to me when they try to erase it. These people work for pedophiles because this issue pedophilia. But you gotta understand, this pedophilia type of tormenting is not only happening to me. Listen to that woman talking. Matter of fact, if I say her name, they're going to try to come up with something else to manipulate, which I talked about it, but I don't even want to bring her. She literally say that they do this program perversion where they make her feel so like a weird feeling, which is me. Like right now.
Today, they continue with the programming of perversion, but this time they are aiming in the use. A people, better said young people, also children and homosexuals. When I aggravated them, I usually called demeaning names, and one of them is referring to homosexuals. For me, all of this slaves are misfits, society haters, scumbags, etc. No, I don't have anything personal against them, homosexuals, but as my way to aggravated the slaves, and since they love to use children for the torture and stalking, street theater etc. Especially teenagers for the stalking at close range with an attitude, they are using them during my sleep in the perversion.
Talking about her, they tried to make me think of this other teenage kid, this like anorexic looking kid that they were forcing me to be stimulated after she said her age. They started like giving me stimulation. It was disgusting. But they do these things, right? It's very sexually degrading based. Now I'm a sexual being. I'm like I know who I am for real. But when they force you to have these stimulations and they aim the way you look at a woman toward children just to try to create this false narrative, it's just disgusting. And you hear these bottom feeders. And now with me is they also try to create this facade that they're a bunch of strong women, and we're because they have presented themselves as this like organization of goodness, right? As the same one said that they presented themselves as this group of people who are like just progressive, feminist like.
Shot in the face. And it was an older guy. He was like really, really disgruntled and pissed off. Yeah, she's gonna get shot in the face. Sound like an angry ass old person. Then a couple of days later, a female said the same thing. Gonna get shot in the face. Stupid shit like that. But what I really noticed is with the Voice of Skull, it's a bunch of females. And I'm like, bro, really? You're not a woman. What real woman would stalk another female or sit back and allow that to go on? You really think they think it's nothing wrong with them?
Not feminist, but radical kind of feminism, like super radical. They are war. Now we are protecting. Like, yeah, no, you're not. Listen to this woman. She will say, literally, there's a lot of females in this V2K thing, meaning that the voices of these people, those people next door and the neighbors, there's a lot of women involved in her targeting, as she's a woman, and she's like, "You're not even a woman. What kind of woman would do that?" Well, this trash would be doing that. And no, all along they were just a facade. So of course it's that, but they're trying to create their little fantasy. It's like, oh, we're gonna watch you die. Of course you're gonna watch me die. You've been watching even women die. They're children. Did you think I was going to let you live your fantasy? It was a sign the second you have an issue saying this man's name. It was a sign when you kept seeing women being tortured.
It wasn't just the mall, folks. One Alabama journalist claims that Moore was also banned from the YMCA for his inappropriate behavior as soliciting sex from young girls.
Of voices, noises, and music directly into my mind to communicate with me in real time and at the speed of thought. And it also includes the manipulation of thoughts, emotions, and perceptions in the person's mind. Additionally, the targeting is all highly perverted and sexual. As
a lot of people that validates me now is because they're women. But the sad part is, my current employer, who has nothing to do with me being in this program, but now as a target individuals are participating and partaking in my targeting. Matter of fact, I think they hired me for the simple purpose of being involved in my targeting. Are trying to portray themselves as this group of like progressive people. No, 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 no. With me, when you sign up for this, you sign up for what you really sign up for. I'm gonna first of all give credit to the people who put me in this program. That's why you heard this recording of me talking to somebody who was working where I used to work. I knew something was going on at the time. From this point, if things still continues, then we can address it. But that's the way I approach him. And I told him, I was indirect. I was like, if you left along with things that have been said, you give the. And I was like, I don't know what it is, but let me record this moment. And now I'm glad that I did, because now, even though it's not going to be anything legal or anything, I know who put me in this program. And as I'm saying my last words, if those are my last words, I'm like, please, to whoever wanted to paint this picture in fantasy, here is the true reason why I'm here. This is the reason why you have issues saying the name of Roy Moore for some reason. And this is reason why you torture me the way you're torturing me. So if you're trying to portray yourself as this, now we're a bunch of women, progressive, please understand that's not true. I know what you guys are, and I know who you torture.
Shot in the face. And it was an older guy. He was like really, really disgruntled and pissed off. Yeah, she's gonna get shot in the face. Sound like an angry ass old person. Then a couple of days later, a female said the same thing. Gonna get shot in the face. Stupid shit like that. But what I really noticed is with the Voice of Skull, it's a bunch of females.
Matter of fact, I know the people who put me in this program, and trust me, there's nothing progressive about them. There's nothing protecting in regard of women or even children, because they sponsor this man. They donated money to that man that you hear somebody make fun of after the allegation. By the way, when everybody backed up, they stayed in. They paid even more, or they gave another portion of these donations. So reality will always put things in perspective. Then you hear all the testimony of all the women that talk about, even like this woman say literally they do this program in perversion aiming toward young people and children. And then she goes on and say like they even have like this dream manipulation where they program you to have.
Today, they continue with the programming of perversion, but this time they are aiming in the use. A people, better said young people, also children and homosexuals. When I aggravated them, I usually called demeaning names, and one of them is referring to homosexuals. For me, all of the slaves are misfits, society haters, scumbags, etc. No, I don't have anything personal against them, homosexuals, but as my way to aggravated the slaves, and since they love to use children for the torture and stalking, street theater etc. Especially teenagers for the stalking at close range with an attitude, they are using them during my sleep in the perversion.
Stimulation toward children. They've done that many times. You know how many times they made me have like sexual dreams with kids, or people who you won't know exactly their age. It's like it's not real. Like it's a dream where the people you can't tell the age. You don't know if they're like adults or not adult. Like they kind of make, and it's kind of confusing in your head. And as I'm saying that, they try to stimulate me, but they have me have this weird these dreams where like that person's like was how like it's a dream. You don't know, but they try to train your brain to start seeing people like that in a sexual way, training you, programming you. It's disgusting. And then you have the perceptions they force you to have. As Mariana says, they force you to have these perverted perceptions. Now, this perception also consists of what you see and how you see things. Even how you hear things. Everything can be manipulated. This is how sophisticated this weapon is. Now, when they bring up things they manipulate and they try to make me feel nervous about it, I'm like, listen, I know
Of voices, noises, and music directly into my mind to communicate with me in real time and at the speed of thought. And it also includes the manipulation of thoughts, emotions, and perceptions in the person's mind. Additionally, the targeting is all highly perverted and sexual, as well as destructive and violent. Recently, they even started.
I am here. I truly understand. To me, I'm like, this is almost biblical. I know I'm going to be tortured a lot more because I keep bringing up this reality. They have to compensate for the obviousness of everything. They tell me I'm going to be raped by this person, did, and they think that I'm doing this for them, like, oh, please believe me. No, 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 no. If these people are able to do this to me, knowing that this is manipulated, everybody else can do that. So wherever I'm going to go, whoever's going to torment me, he knows he's on the same page. He's like, okay, we know we are at war, quote unquote. We're supposed to make, like he's going to do things to me or hurt me, knowing that he's just a subject. Where they do the same.
Lots of pedophiles. It's disgusting, disgusting, disgusting. It's somebody trying to end who I am as a person. It's somebody trying to take over my mind, putting thoughts of pedophiles. It's disgusting, disgusting, disgusting things. You saw where I was going with that first word. Disgusting things that I don't even want to talk about because it makes me sick. I don't even like those words in my mind. But it is what it is. So I have no choice now but to acknowledge that there are people in.
They think that like they want me to like be, oh, they prove it so much. No, there's too many testimony to validate that they do this painful type of torture. You have to be kind of illogical to think that's not true. Now they are involved with it the same way these people are involved with me. So they're gonna do the torture the same way, knowing that he knows that it is falsified. But this program is about making somebody accept these false manipulations. I know it's not me. Let me say something in advance. In my life, I'm gonna die never subscribing to this. Now I'm gonna experience all these nasty things, all this manipulation, all this disturbance, all of that. I'm going to experience that non-stop. But I will never subscribe to this nastiness. I will never subscribe to not only the manipulation that you make me have, but only also what the facade that you try to create. This whole feminist whatever.
Shot in the face. and it was an older guy. He was like really, really disgruntled and pissed off. Yeah, she's gonna get shot in the face. Sound like an angry ass old person. Then a couple of days later, a female said the same thing. Gonna get shot in the face. Stupid shit like that. But what I really noticed is with the Voice of Skull, it's a bunch of females. And I'm like, bro, really? You're not a woman. What real woman would stalk another female or sit back and allow that to go on? You really think they think
Protector, when in reality you're part of a program that do horrible things to a lot of women and do the same pedophile type of torture and then hurt children of all ages and then try to force them to make them accept this BS. No, I'm not gonna let them leave their fantasy from all the different manipulation. I've showed all the kids they make me, from the older kids to the obvious babies. It's all the same things, stimulations of some sort. Some are more extreme than others. To be honest, it's so sad that I have to even like rate the level of disgustingness. But the babies is so much worse than these teenagers. Like the teenager is bad, is annoying, is frustrating. Okay, I'm not that, but you know what? Whatever. Let me just move on. Right? Especially early on, I was like, whatever. Okay, oh, she's a kid. That's why you did that. Okay, whatever. Boom. I don't care. Now the babies, I can't get over it like that fast. Now everything is frustrating. So I know who I am. These people really know the real me. Their job, their assignment, their mission, like they say, is to make me accept these manipulations.
Lots of pedophiles. It's disgusting, disgusting, disgusting. It's somebody trying to end who I am as a person. It's somebody trying to take over my mind, putting thoughts of pedophiles. It's disgusting, disgusting, disgusting things. You saw where I was going with that first word. Disgusting things that I don't even want to talk about because it makes me sick. I don't even like those words in my mind. But it is what it is. So
It's like we're gonna make him scared, or not even scared, but we're gonna talk about the torture he's gonna experience so he can accept this. You hear that, brrrr, and then I'm listening to why is there so many pedophiles in these agencies, and they're like, they stop, they go back. It's like we know who's the pedos here. I know what I am to you guys. I am a subject. I am a person that should test this weapon that is super sophisticated. You are not the most sophisticated, but this technology is sophisticated. You play dumb. You oh, that's you. Oh, look at me. I was like, yeah, they play with my brain, and you know that. And then tonight, there's gonna be more manipulation every day, every night, till I lose my shit and want to jump off. That's what they do. I'm sure a lot of people already killed themselves just based on this manipulation before even the physical torture. I was close to that too. But thanks to all the validations and testimony from others, I was able to be strong enough. So to all my targeting
of voices, noises, and music directly into my mind to communicate with me in real time and at the speed of thought. And it also includes the manipulation of thoughts, emotions, and perceptions in the person's mind. Additionally, the targeting is all highly perverted and sexual, as well as destructive and violent. Recently, they even started
I'm gonna make as many videos as I can, because like I said, I don't know when I'm not gonna be able to make videos. So I don't want to sound even like I don't want to make a dramatic or anything of that nature, but it's true. I understand that there'll be a time when I won't be able to say anything. I don't want to look back and say, why did I not make this? What did I not say? I just want to make sure that everything needs to be said is said, and I do believe in the power of saying the things out loud. Because I know these people, they're not living the lavish life. They're like, oh, hope for it. I was like, I don't need to hope for. Look at you. I think all this validation is it not like the people who put me in here have spent a lot of money on some of the foulest people as they try to stimulate me right now. I don't.
It wasn't just the mall, folks. One Alabama journalist claims that Moore was also banned from the YMCA for his inappropriate behavior as soliciting sex from young girls. And don't forget, he did that while he was assistant DA, the assistant DA.
what I'm seeing right now is somebody they try to stimulate me. I have no idea. And somebody's arm they stimulate me. It's crazy. But the validation is insane. They do these things to try to break you down, but the validations are extreme. To all my target individual, you have to be strong. Oh my gosh, this is insane what they're doing to me. You have to be strong because they will do everything possible to make you accept these manipulations. I literally, as I'm making this video, I saw somebody's arm